jam. Should have got paid for that. Remember that. He is the first one to say Def Jam on a record. Listen to the record. Go back to the record. So now we flowing, and I'm like, and then I just, I just start digging deep. I just start zoning out, talking about my life and what I was going through at the time as a teenager. Like, coming from school, it was 3 o'clock, had no money in my pocket, broke too, the last drop. I had no way, it went on, it was like, Red was like, he was loving it. He was like, and he was looking at me, and I was looking at him, and I was like, it was just a crazy connection right there. I didn't know him, but somehow we met at another time, So we did our thing, and then when we got done, when we came out the studio, people from the Zulu Nation was there. A lot of people was coming up to me and Ram and giving us pounds, and we was looking at them like, don't they know this was like a battle? Like, they don't know this was like a battle. Like, what's all the excitement about? This is what we do. And then we just went our separate ways. And then, lo and behold, one day, all of a sudden, I'm in dance interior with my partner Manny Man, and the place is packed. And then all of a sudden, Fab Five Freddy, I see Fab Five Freddy. He got this record in his hand, chest pressing, and I'm like, yo, what's that record, man? He said, it's your record. I'm like, my record? Like, I got a record? You know what I'm saying? And David Bowie, all these people in there, Madonna and all these people in there, walking around with the record. I'm like, oh, yo, I got a record. So I'm like, where my copy at? Like, I'm like, yo, where my copy? Like, I'm like, where's my joint at? Like, everybody in the place, because John just gave him out. Like, he had it like that. He just gave him out, like, and everybody, and I'm telling you about, at that time, legends hung together. We didn't know we was going to be, popular, and we just did it for the love of the music, it was all a movement. It was a cultural thing. You had Rocksteady crew there. You had New York City Breakers there. You had those. You had all the graffiti writers, because I wrote graffiti too. I was Crane RTW, rolling through the right there. King Rich there. You had all these legends. Men One, Futura. They was all in the place. Dondi, all of them. We was all connected. We was all family. That somehow And then, you know, like the violin is going in, the percussion is going in, and it started to come together. So it started to sound real funky. I'm like, this is a little different than what I'm used to, like somebody cutting up a record. I'm like, so John gives me a piece of paper, and Ram comes in, the legendary Rammellzee, and he comes in like a villain with a trench coat on. Check my website, you'll see him with that famous trench coat. He comes in like a villain, like tall. I'm like, you know, I'm coming from a, you know, MC approach. Like, who's this MC? Like, I mean, like, what's up? Like I don't know you, dude. You know, I mean, but I'm cool. You know, and he's very eccentric. You know, like, but cool. And I'm like, okay. You don't seem like no phony. So John gives me a sheet of paper and gives Ram a sheet of paper, and we go in the room. And I guess it's on this piece of paper, he want me to say certain things and want Ram to say certain things. So what was crazy, me and Ram looked at each other, and I balled it up. It was like, and Ram was like, he looked at me. I mean, it was set up nice. He was over there. The mic was right there in front of us. He was over there, like, across the room from me. And we kind of like, it was kind of like the power of the minds, like, this is whack, I'm not doing that. You know, we coming from an MC perspective. You writing our rhymes, you are artist. You know, a well-known artist, but writing our rhymes, this is what we do. So all of a sudden I said, play the beat. Get funky into place. And it was just, and I just started flowing. And everybody in the room, just like I was in the park, like I said earlier, they just stopped what they was doing and was like, whoa. And I never heard Ram rap. I never heard him MC. And lo and behold, after I finished spitting it, like, he just came in like, this is the mellow they call a Rammell. And I was like, aha, that's crazy. And we was just flowing. And he was saying things that became, lines that became legendary. Like Def Jam. He's the first one to say Def Jam. Should have got paid for that. Remember that. He is the first one to say Def Jam on a record. Listen to the record. Go back to the record.